At the Kofar Mata Dye Pits in Kano, 144 pits in the ground tell the tale of a 500-year-old family business. The pits are deep, some of them defunct, but most are filled with a homemade dye rich in colour. Making the dye is a lengthy process, but before we take a closer look, surrounded by these bespoke fabrics, it's only right I change my own attire, going from this to this real quick. Dressed appropriately, it's time to find out how these special dyes are made.
This is the three different of the diff. Number 1, 6 meters. Number 2, 4 meters. Number 3, and 3 meters. So we take the 6 meters. 6 meters empty pit. We put the water, normal water, tap water, and oil water. We put the water 1,550 liters of water. So after put the water, this is the 3 ingredient to give the solution like this. After put the water, another put the ingredient ash, normal ash from the firewood. You mix over 40 bucket, 40 times of ash of 6 meters, inside of 6 meters. After put the ash, another put the ingredient. This is the indigo. This indigo like henna. Henna giving the color brown, indigo giving the color blue. So after put the ash, leave 3 days, another put the indigo, leave 3 days. We take the basket, cover the feet. After cover the feet, leave 3 days, 6 days, another put the potassium chloride. This potassium chloride, no selling in the market, produced here. We mix over 5 buckets inside of 6 meters of potassium chloride. So after put the potassium chloride, we take the long stick behind, you call local steering machine. You soak in and out, take 3 days. 9 days calculate. After 9 days, this is the ash and the potassium chloride and the natural indigo go down the pit. This is the natural indigo, sit and the lip and the stick. Lip and the stick, lip and the, sit and the lip and the stick. Lip and the stick and the lip go down the pit. Stick of the indigo, top of the water, and the charcoal of the ash, top of the water. We filtering solution become brown like this. This solution taking 1 year, every day working, last 1 year.
From learning about the process of making the dye, we're about to find out how that dye is used to make these unique designs. Mahmouda Abubakar is a veteran artisan working at the pits for decades. He talks us through the method used to turn white fabrics into deep blue colors decorated around the pit.
Wannan ina samun kamar awa wanda yake zai dark sosai, ana samun kamar awa 5 ko awa 6 kafin ya yi dark. Yawa.
Well, the process of making the white to the blue, as he said, the blue is in category, light blue to the darkest blue. So if you want to make the lighter, it can take you a couple of hours. Well, if you want to make the dark, the one he's going to do now, it can be from 5 hours to 6 hours, actually. That is how it used to.
I join Mahmouda at his pit. By his side, I'm given long black rubber gloves to protect my skin from the dye. And then we begin submerging the fabric into the deep blue water. It takes several repetitions before the fabric will start taking the color. Safe to say, Mahmouda is far better at the process than I am. Once the clothes have been dyed, they're made into a range of designs, each of them telling a story of a tradition native to the hands that made them. But this traditional fabric is under threat from fabrics made in China. Artisans say foreign imports flood the market at half the price of theirs. And apart from competition hurting business, the COVID-19 pandemic halted international travel, stopping the sales usually made from tourists.
Oh my goodness, no, oh la la, oh la la. With this, it makes me just like you break my heart. It's really you break my heart because it is happened like 4 minutes ago. I think you are the first people arrived here since the COVID-19 started. It started in China since the beginning, ended of the last year, and it started in Nigeria, the beginning of the last year, this year again. Not any single person been able to come. We don't have any visitors.
No tourists are coming. How has that affected your business?
It's not even affected, it's even killing the business because, you know, this is We are dependent for all this, and actually the person who is doing the handmade product, she need to get the customer who is going to sell. When he sells, she get an income and feed his family. And if you didn't get that one, it's really suffering, and we do suffering. But we thank God that things has started changing now, that the COVID is start going down, and as you can see, the work have started resuming back. So we don't know how it's going to be. But it's really the COVID-19 is killing a lot of things here in the dye pit.
With more than 500 years of experience, the people here at the Kofar Mata Dyeing Pit say that they've not experienced a year like this ever. Why? The reason is very simple. Their business model relies on them making their own dyes and their own designs and selling on to a bulk of tourists. Those tourists cease to exist because of the COVID-19 pandemic, showing that here in northern Nigeria's commercial hub, they are definitely feeling the pinch. Adefemi Akinsanya, Arise News, Kano.